changed locations today because my aunt lives with us and she sleeps in my sister's room because she goes to college. But when she comes home from college, she obviously needs her room, so now she sleeps in my room. So she's taking a nap in my room right now, so that's why I came in here. Hi everybody! Welcome back to my channel. We are going to be doing a before I read discussion on the Elfstones of Shannara by Terry Brooks. This is my January read. So I have to read a certain number of pages every day in order to finish this by the end of the month. I do a discussion right now before I read it, and then throughout the month, as I get deeper into the story, every Saturday I will post a discussion, talking about like what happened and like what I like about it and what I don't like about it, that kind of thing. And then once I finish it, I do a review. The Shannara Chronicles is a trilogy. It was adapted into a TV show for MTV back in 2016. Only had 2 seasons. That kind of upset me because I really wanted a 3rd season. They left me on a cliffhanger. I'm just gonna go ahead and read you guys the little description on the back here. It's not very long. It says, thousands of years after the destruction of the age of man and science, new races and magic now rule the world. But an imminent danger threatens. A horde of evil demons is beginning to escape and bring death upon the land. Only Will Olmsford, the last of the Shannara bloodline, has the power to guard the elven princess Amberly on a perilous quest to save the world, while the leader of the demon force aims to stop their mission at any cost. So basically, like, thousands of years ago, like the description said, there was some kind of war between demons and humans, and a lot of the humans, like, were wiped out, like, there's not very much left of them, but the elves came and kind of saved what was left of humanity. They, I guess, banished the demons to another realm, and they have this tree called the Elfstones that kind of is a gateway between the demon dimension and our world. So this tree, like, keeps all the demons away. So as long as the tree is alive, then the demons can't come back to our world. But obviously something goes wrong with the tree because all the demons are like coming back or whatever, and they're, threatening our world. There's 4 lands. I think it's elves, gnomes, trolls, and like whatever is left of the humans. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I haven't watched the show in a really long time, but as far as I know, that is correct. There's 3 main characters. There is Will Olmsford, which was mentioned in the description. This guy right here. He's half elf, half human. So his mom was, I think, a human, and his dad was the elf. He's an orphan. They show that in like the first episode. His mom passed away, as well as his dad passed away before the show even began. His uncle gives him these little stones, and they're called Elfstones. And his uncle's like, you should get rid of them, like they're bad, like magic's bad. But, curiosity killed the cat, so Will decides to, like, take them and find out what they do or whatever. So that's when he ends up running into Eritrea, a human rover. A rover is just like a human who's kind of like on their own. They're kind of just like looting, basically. People think they're bad, but Eritrea is so awesome. I love her. She's like my favorite character. She meets him and they have a meeting, and she ends up drugging him and taking the stones. He chases after her, trying to get the stones back, and meanwhile, in the land of the elves, the Elfstones is, like, being protected by a guard. So the guard has 7 elves, and the elves are chosen in a gauntlet. So, like, hundreds of elves will run the gauntlet, and it's this crazy race where they have to be blindfolded and their arms have to be tied behind their back, and they have to, like, run through all these different obstacles in the forest and stuff. The 7 that make it to the finish line first are the ones who are going to protect and guard the Elfstones. Princess Amberly, who was also mentioned in the description, she wants to be the first female elf to be in the guard because it's always been male elves. But she's like, I want to do this, like, you can't tell me what to do. So she ends up running the gauntlet, and she actually makes it. And her boyfriend makes it as well. And so her boyfriend, and the other 5 are like now guarding the Elcrees, and there's this like ceremony where you have to like put your hand on the tree, and it's like, woo, yeah! It's not so joyous for Amberly, because when she touches the tree, she kind of has a seizure, and she sees this vision of, like, I think the demon dimension, and she sees, like, the demons, like, slaughtering people, and so she's like, what is this? Like, what's going on? She ends up leaving the palace, to go, you know, find out what's going on, and that's when she meets Will and Eritrea, and then the 3 of them kind of become the 3 musketeers, and they are all having their own destinies, and yeah, I don't want to give too much away. I feel like I might have given a little too much away, but I mean, these are going to be book discussion videos, so there is a spoiler, obviously, multiple, probably. I'll put that in the description, just for your guys' sake, but yeah, I'm totally geeking out. I've been wanting to read these for so long. They are kind of like fantasy dystopian. Basically, think of like Lord of the Rings and the 100 had a love child. Like, that's what the Shannara Chronicles is. They look pretty badass, so yeah. If I sound weird, it's because I'm sick. I have a sore throat and a stuffed nose, so sorry if I've sounded like a prepubescent boy this whole time. I think that's pretty much it for today. There wasn't really much to say because I haven't read it yet. Before I read, discussions are just kind of like forewords, you know, just kind of introductions to the series or the book or whatever I'm reading to get you guys interested in it and be like, oh, like maybe I should check this out. I will be starting this January 1st, and the first Saturday of the new month, I will post my first like discussion about what I've read. And I have a really good feeling about this. I will be posting my next story time on Wednesday. Don't know what story I'm going to do yet, but don't worry. I got plenty up my sleeve. Happy holidays, thanks for watching, and